On Instablog's Ground Report today, we talk about the growing xenophobic atmosphere in South Africa. Foreigners who come south in search of a better life are not feeling safe even in South Africa. Also in the Ground Report today, American beef exports shake up the government in Seoul. Zambia benefiting from escalating metal prices. High alert in Greece due to rising temperature. Virtual corporations are now legal in Vermont. Welcome to Instablog's Ground Report. I am Shivanjali, your host for the day. As South Africa's ordinary citizens are being forced to rub shoulders with Africans and other immigrants from countries in crisis, they simply don't like it. At least 50 people are dead, more than 10,000 injured. Scores of women gang raped and nearly 35,000 are displaced as a result of xenophobic attacks in the past few weeks. Our CJ Muhammad Kareem has more on this.
This is Muhammad Kareem, citizen journalist from South Africa for Instablogs. In the last few weeks, South Africa has seen xenophobic attacks on legal and illegal immigrants of various other countries. The violence, which nobody had anticipated, grew like wildfire and within a few days engulfed most of South Africa. The extent of the violence has been mind-boggling and it was spread from the slums to the universities. The reasons behind such attacks have been largely attributed to the poor socio-economic situation of most of the citizens who feel that nothing has changed for them in the last 17 years of freedom.
They're saying we're taking their jobs, etc. And I don't think that's the real true thing that we're taking their jobs. They're just doing it for the disadvantage of like taking our things, and selling.
The situation may be under control for now, but the government has been jolted and now seems to realize that the realities on the ground are not as smooth as they appear.
South Korea's government is under pressure after months of consumer protests over American beef being possibly tainted with mad cow disease. Reports our CJ Tristan from South Korea.
This is Tristan Lee Riven reporting from Seoul, South Korea for Instablogs. 5 fair retaliations against breaking the trade agreement. On April 17, 2008, the Lee administration of South Korea signed an agreement which was reached on the consensus of both parties, thereby lifting a 6-year ban of American beef from South Korean markets. Amidst a swirl of domestic turmoil against the decision, the South Korean government has taken several erratic and troublesome steps that suggest it could potentially break internationally recognized trade practices. South Korea, which has been a long-standing ally of the United States, has reaped the benefits of the American market for decades, while maintaining strict domestic import practices. If the April 17th agreement is scrapped, consider it the straw that broke the camel's back.
With the rising metal prices, Zambia's coffers seems to be better willed to get the nation out of the economic hardships. The social condition seems to be improving, giving the people an optimistic feeling. More on this from our CJ Richard.
This is Richard Mulonga, citizen journalist from Zambia for Instablog. Zambia, a country may have never been famous for prosperity. Zambia's economy took a nosedive in 19 prices of copper, which is the main export, declined steeply. It has never recovered fully from that, and the corruption and HIV/AIDS epidemic further throttled it. But with the rise of developing countries like India and China, the copper prices have recovered. The government has also learned its lessons. The white elephant, the public sector, has been largely privatized. The government is trying to invite private sector investors for its other natural resources and is also planning to make nickel its biggest metal export.
Greece issued air pollution and fire risk warnings as the temperature soared to 39 degrees centigrade in parts of the country. Residents are advised not to bring their cars into the capital to avoid smog. More on this by our CJ from Greece.
This is Nikos Delantakis, citizen journalist from Greece for Instablogs. Greece issued air pollution and fire risk warnings on Thursday as temperatures soared to 39 degrees Celsius in parts of the country. The high fire risk warning has also been issued by Civil Protection Authority for areas east of Athens and the nearby island of Evia, which last year was among areas hardest hit by wildfires that killed 77 people nationwide. Let us just hope that we don't see wildfires like last year, which terribly affected the fragile atmosphere in Greece.
How about never going to office again? This doesn't mean that you have to quit your job, but now you can do all the stuff lying back on your favorite couch at home. Our CJ Taylor Flatt tells more about this.
This is Taylor, CJ for Instablogs.com. Earlier this month, Vermont's Governor Jim Douglas okayed a bill that allows starting LLC business owners not to have a physical building where they conduct business. The new bill now says it is legal to own a business through the internet and conduct meetings online, whereas before you had to have these meetings in person. It also requires all other states to recognize a corporation as a legitimate LLC. As this bill comes into effect, could we see drastic changes in employment requirements saying you must report into an office? I believe so. Here's a possibility to start your own company up without having all those starting costs of a building, rent, and gas. This is definitely something all states should start to look into as a means to improve government-business relationships.
That's it for the day. I'll see you tomorrow with new ground reports. Bye-bye.